Now we're going to introduce the first founder. Trevor is going to share some knowledge. He's one of the co-founders of Jane App, and we'll let you take it away.
All right. Hi there. Thanks for having me. So I've got like 8 minutes to tell you a little bit of the Jane story. So it'll be brief, and then we can have some questions. If I had to give a clickbait title, it would maybe be something like this. But that's not really what Jane's story felt like. We started, it felt more like starting something without intending it to be a tech company, and then it kind of became a tech company. So Jane's story goes back about 10 years now. We founded a good friend of mine, her name's Allie. She's now my co-founder and co-CEO. She was opening a small healthcare practice in North Vancouver. And she was looking for a website and a logo. And I was running a little digital agency at the time in North Van, and we were old friends, so we took on this project. And it was just it's a healthcare practice in a part of healthcare that doesn't really have a good name. Like, we call it allied health, but that's not really a term. But it was physio, chiro, massage, naturopath, counseling. It's kind of everything except, doctors, was her clinic. And while she was opening the clinic, she went to go look for okay, what software am I going to use for scheduling and billing and online booking? And she couldn't find anything. And it's interesting looking back at that, because if she'd found something, she would have just bought it, and we wouldn't be telling a story today. But there was a gap in the market. And I wasn't a software developer. I was more of a designer, and I liked coding a little bit. And I just thought this sounded like fun to try to build something more app-like. So I was like, hey, let us build you something into your website. And she seemed cool with that. So we built this little online booking system, and then it scope creeped, and she's like, well, we kind of need medical records to be on the computer. So we built a charting system, and she ran it in her practice. And kind of over the next year and a half, other practices around town were like, hey, that online booking looks cool. Like, is that something we could use? And we're like, no, it's just kind of part of our website. And a year and a half later, I pitched Allie. I'm like, hey, do you want to try to turn this into something that we could sell to other clinics? And maybe it could be a little side hustle, and we could have some passive income and, a few staff, and it will just kind of take care of itself. And that was what we agreed to go do. So in March of 2014, we launched Jane. And pretty simple, just practice management software for small healthcare practices. And by launch, we put a website up, which honestly hasn't changed in 10 years. It's embarrassing. It's so overdue and neglected. We're actually hiring a new web team right now, if anyone is interested. But our whole go-to-market strategy was, we attended 3 little conferences here in BC, a physio conference, a massage conference, and a chiro conference. And we're just kind of like, hey, here we are, here's our software. And by the end of that first year, we had 100 customers. And that's kind of our little bit of getting started. And Allie and I were small business people. We didn't know anything about the tech world. We had just run small businesses. And in small businesses, this is how you run a small business. So this whole world of venture and tech and all, no clue. We were just blissfully unaware. So we were just hustling. And I still had my little agency that was kind of covering my life, and Allie had her clinic, which was covering her life. And then we were using some agency money to pay for a part-time developer. And then as Jane started to make money, we would just start to hire staff. And it was always on that lagging metric of make money, then spend money on people. So that's how we started growing the company. And by the end of 2016, January of 2016, so just less than 2 years in, Jane had enough cash flow to cover the cost of the business and start paying Allie and I so we could do it full time. And so January 2016 was our first profitable month, and we've been profitable every month since then. And we're not trying to be profitable. We want to spend every dollar we make on growth. But that's kind of how it got started. And if I think back to like what we focused on as a company, we focused on these two things. How do we perfect our product market fit? And Jane sells to, we're very horizontal. We sell to all these different specialties within healthcare. So there's a lot of figuring that out and across multiple geographies. And then we complemented that with just a ridiculous level of customer service. And that was just kind of our instincts to focus on these two things. And our hope and what happened was the result was growth. And the way we focused on product market fit to start was we just obsessed about churn. We're like, we're not going to spend any money trying to acquire a customer if they're going to like fall into a leaky bucket and churn, right? So it was all we thought about. Like we learned about like the customer journey at one point as we were growing this thing, like the kind of, awareness, consideration, all the steps. And we're like, oh, we're only thinking about that last step, churn. But if customers are churning, you haven't got product market fit. And we were just obsessed with that. Getting to figure out what it was about a product that wasn't working for their business. If we could fix that in like a clever way, maybe we could keep them. Complemented that with, and this is our, new signups on the top there, and the dark blue is the churn. We did not want a leaky bucket. That's in the first couple years. And the result is that within a couple of years, and this stat still remains true today, is that 8 of every 10 new customers comes from a referral. And those referrals are organic. We don't incentivize them. But that obsession with product market fit and customer service has led to really like enthusiastic customers that are excited to refer Jane to other people. And this is kind of the bar we shoot for, is that when some practitioner goes out and asks a question on, some Facebook group, like, hey, what software should I use for my acupuncture practice? That's the answer we want to see. I use Jane and I love it. It's got that emotion. And we do see that. These are 2 chiropractors in Portland. They're awesome. So growing on a good reputation and obsessing over our reputation, Ali responds to every single review on every review site personally and on Glassdoor. It's an incredible thing she does. And this has allowed Jane to grow through this pull into other markets. So this is a little hard to see, but this is from 2014 all the way till today. And these different lines are the different kind of verticals we serve within healthcare. And our whole story is this one of being pulled into new markets, finding out really quickly we don't have product market fit yet in that market, and then scrambling as a company to figure out how to address that product market fit so we don't lose those customers. So in 2017, we started in physio-chiromassage in Canada. That was really it. In 2017, US acupuncturists and chiropractors discovered us. And we were honestly a terrible fit. Like everything we had built for insurance billing was for Canada, where the model is like people get paid. And in the US, it's kind of the opposite. People get denied. We had to build completely different features because it's such a different system and so challenging for a practitioner to get paid. And it was like a 3-year scramble of us trying to address that gap. And then 2020, this blue line that just kind of comes out of nowhere is mental health practitioners in Canada. And that's a COVID effect. They weren't really using software. And then they needed telehealth and payments. And Jane was there, and it was our 10th biggest group, I think, at the time. And it became our biggest by double within a couple years. So it's been this story of pull. And right now, there's a new pull. Like we're getting pulled into US physio right now. It's starting to grow. And it's not even on here right now, but US mental health, there was a massive competitor, so we didn't get any traction down there. But we are now. So the story of pull. These are our customers in North America. It's 52,000 customers now, and we're at about 120 million ARR. And this is like just, we don't have a free trial. This is all month to month, no contracts, a simple, clean SaaS business. Our average revenue per customer is like $1,200 a year. These are very small customers. There's our 3 customers actually from this afternoon. We've got like a psychotherapist from Langley and a chiropractor in Australia and some kind of doctor in Virginia. It's just wild. This is our general channel. We celebrate every sign up, no matter how big, how small. And this is our team. There's about 600 on the team now. We're a remote first company, mostly in Canada. And our team is awesome. How am I doing for time, by the way?
Doing great.
Okay. I keep talking. I was thinking about mission, and when you're growing a 600-person team, like, mission's super important. And it's super related to that referral growth because customers respond to the way the team feels about the product. And we talk about mission a lot now. In the early days, someone asked me if we were a missional company. I was like, I don't think so. Like, we're just like building admin software for healthcare practices. Like, we're not like disrupting anything. We're not trying to change the world. Like, our software literally does the exact same functions of all of our competitors. It's just maybe designed a little prettier. But we asked our team, it's actually just before COVID, we did this little brainstorm, like, what's Jane's why? Like, why do we exist? And our team came up with this phrase, helping the helpers. And it's this perfect encapsulation of like what we're doing as a company. Healthcare practitioners they go to school and they learn how to fix humans. They do not get any training on how to run a small business. And that's where Jane can be helpful. Like, we can come in and make the part of their life that they actually kind of don't like. It's the worst part of their day is dealing with admin. And we get to kind of solve that. And our team loves this. Like, our team rallies around this mission that we're on. And our customers feel that. And it creates that wonderful product customer love. So, yeah, where we're headed. We don't actually talk about this very often, but we're doing some fun things. I mean, more of the same is where we're headed. We feel like we're just getting started, especially in the US. Our business is about 50-50 Canada, US now, and growing at the same rate in each country, which is the part that's not good enough. We should be growing 10 times faster in the US, so we're working on that. So we would love to just keep growing in the way we've been growing. It's been amazing. But with critical mass comes some cool opportunities. So we're starting to experiment. We never expected Jane to be something that so many people would become familiar with. I don't know, have many of you used Jane as a patient? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, well, first of all, growing. We want to keep growing internationally. Jane's got a good little business cooking up in the UK and Ireland, which is awesome. And it is spreading into other countries just kind of organically. On the patient side, though, this is kind of fun. We just launched an app just for patients last week. And I don't know if you've had the unfortunate experience of being a patient at multiple clinics that use Jane. You have to have a completely separate profile in each one. And that was just the result of my original architecture design, so I'm sorry. But now we're developing a way where you can kind of have one profile as a patient across all your Jane accounts, and it lives on a native app for mobile. So check that out. It's in the app stores. And then something else we're working on, this is a little further out, but we're super excited about this, like especially in like Canada. If you need a massage like tomorrow, like we have 93% of the data. So we're gonna build a cool discovery kind of place where you can go and find practitioners based on their availability and all of that. So cool opportunities that are coming with scale, stuff we never thought we would get to do. Yeah, all right.
Questions?
First, thank you. I can see the passion and how it started from literally nothing, just an idea to this. My question, I guess, is, and also I used to be the board chair for Canadian Mental Health Association, so thank you so much for developing this out. How do you, customer experience is such an integral part of your business, but as you're growing exponentially, how do you maintain that throughout?
Yeah, it's so hard. The customer experience of the product and then customer experience of our actual engaging with our company. So I'll talk about that latter part, and this is really Ali's work in our business. We have, we never wanted the customer journey to feel that awkward segmentation you often feel in a lot of SaaS companies, where you get passed off maybe from salespeople to account executives to whatever support people later. So we just have one customer team. They're full stack customer service people, and they do everything. They'll answer the phone cold. They'll do demos. They're kind of our sales team. There's about 250 of them. It's a big team. And we offer unlimited access to them, phone, email, chat. Our customers, no matter what size account they are, have full access to our team. And we encourage our team to spend time with them. There's no incentive to make the emails short or the calls short. Our goal is we encourage our customers to contact us, because when they do, we give them a delightful experience, and it turns them in more likely that they're going to refer Jane after that. So we consider our massive customer service team as part of Jane's growth engine. It's not a cost center. And I think that's a big part of kind of keeping that experience level for the customer high.
Where did the name come from? Do you find that it's does it need to describe the business, or did you face any issues with that?
I know we did everything wrong in terms of SEO. It's just this word Jane. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't mean anything. And even we were so concerned about getting pigeonholed in massage or physio. We didn't put one healthcare term on our website. It's just practice management software. The name Jane was a branding exercise. We had designed this thing. We've been working on it for a year. It still didn't have a name. And we would ask our customers what software they're using, and they actually couldn't remember. They'd be simple something, Clinic something, and all our competitors were Clinic Server, Clinic Master, Practice Perfect, Practice Fusion. 2 words mushed together. So we're okay, we got to steer clear of that. And then we the personifying of it. We're trying to make the app feel friendly and intuitive and competent. So, and I don't know, names are easy to say, easy to remember. So that was the reason.
One more question.
I was going to ask that question because my name is Jane. So this whole time when you're saying Jane, I'm oh my god.
Trevor, I'm wondering if you could kind of think about competition when you started versus competition today. Give us a little bit of your analysis.
Yeah. So Jane's competition is all discipline specific. So in every geography and every healthcare specialty, we have a completely different competitor, which is hard. They only have to think about one of these markets, and we're trying to think about 70 of them. So competition, we had some they say for a business to work, the surfboard analogy, you need a surfboard, you need a surfer, and you need a wave. So the surfboard's your product, the surfer is your team, and then the wave is the market opportunity. We did have incredible timing. In 2014, there was really no web-based, cloud-based competition. So that gave us this kind of edge. We were also the first modern system that had really good online booking. So that gave us kind of an edge at the beginning. All of that's table stakes now. So competition is different now. We often win on customer service. Jane's reputation on that side is off the charts. And then I think responding quickly when there is a product market fit gap or something about your product that people are finding to be a problem, being super responsive on that, you just build this reputation that if you have incredible service and you respond quickly to customers, like that's a good reputation to grow on. And that's how we're being competitive.
Cool. Can I get a round of applause again?